being Modern File Scrum, Sam, Sigu, Nico in the house. I have been doing the web dev mob this morning, more CSS stuff. I have also, well, it's looking for a plumber to fix my shower. That's taking up a lot of time at the moment. Yesterday we had the website 1 meeting, and yeah, got that done quickly, and I've been, what's the word? I managed to do a bit of a cleanup of the board. I'm working on doing a deployment, and I'm just sort of a bit stuck on the notes in the website 1 DevOps channel there. I think we just need, I think it's fixable, but anyway, some issues there to getting the latest release out. We also had the first what's it called, US nonprofit meeting for Agile Ventures yesterday. We've now finally we've got 4 directors. Marion is the president, Lara is the vice president, I am the treasurer, and Federico is the secretary of the 501c3 official Agile Ventures in the US.
Okay.
Yeah. So which hopefully should unlock some more funding and other bits and pieces of opportunities in the US, and provide, we now, we have an official UK charity, we have an official US nonprofit, and eventually we'll have what's the word, regional offices in every country of the world, and we will be globally just trying to make everything better for everybody. That's our objective. Yeah, so that's kind of quite good. We have got coming up today the marketing meeting. The deep learning mob has been moved from tomorrow to today, because I've got a meeting all day tomorrow with the NHS people, and then there's something else happening today. I forget. Probably not something so hugely important. If I've oh yeah, we are going to have the NHS meeting later today, so that's quite important.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. That's my stuff. Nico, how are things with you?
With me, fine. I've been applying all morning to other shops, so I've been working on that. And on website 1, I've been changing the style for the table. I think that is pretty close to what we have, but I don't know, maybe I can show you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will take some screenshots and I will share it on the website 1 channel.
Okay.
In order to see if that is fine, or
yeah, or even you can just show us at the end of the scrum. Let's see. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, good stuff. Anything blocking you?
No.
No.
I have no blockers. Yep.
Okay, good show. Go on to Sigu. Hey Sigu, how are things with you?
Hey guys, long time no see. So you're on vacation last week, I think.
Yes, I was away last week. Yep.
All right, and Nico, we didn't really meet, so we had a lot of fun during the scrum. Most of the time, we were mostly Kenyans, so we would do our scrum in Swahili.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, so we unlocked a lot of potential in many people. Those who are not as fluent in talking English, so they will really give good reports in Swahili. I wish we could have such, maybe during our own sessions, but story for another day. So last week, we didn't really deliver much of code because we have some client projects over here to deliver on. I can give you a link to the one we're working on. So while I'm looking at that link, I realized that on GitLab, I could do, for the private repository, we use GitLab. So I realized for the GitLab, we could have, we could set up, they call them pipelines. So we could set up a pipeline that when we push our code and merge into develop, it runs, installs the packages just like Travis does. It creates a development version and pushes that into GitLab pages.
Right.
Yeah, so the client can look at that. So
wonderful.
I sent the link to the client, and that's what they can have a look at.
Great.
Yeah. So that's about it on the local support thing. Not the local support. Let me look for the link first. For the base link. Okay, so you can have a look at the development version right there. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so much still underway, being done.
So this is the link. Yeah, right. This is the private client that you're working for.
Yes, that's the private client we're working on.
Cool. All right.
Nice.
Good stuff.
So we did this was Up Foundation. We did everything from scratch. Actually, we will discuss the design and implement that.
And this is right. This is not. You're not using any framework. It's just HTML and CSS that you've done.
No, we're using the Zub Foundation framework.
Zerb, right?
Yeah.
Oh, right. But that's a CSS thing. You're not using something like Middleman to compile the other bits of things.
No.
Cool. This is pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Nico.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I've lost it now. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. So it's still much under development, but we're almost done. We're working mostly on the mobile view of it. Can you go to the construction and civil works section page?
Yeah, so that's a mobile view.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So this is the work of Getty, Crafty Coder, Kevin, Lucy, and Musa.
Yeah, it's great. Well, cool. Interesting to hear about the GitLab pipeline that you're using.
Yeah. So forgot to mention this. So I will be a speaker at the RubyConf Kenya in June. Yeah. And I'll be talking about CI/CD on GitLab. So that's what got me more curious into this.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm preparing a speech for that on CI/CD on GitLab. It's really interesting.
Cool.
Yeah. They usually spin up Docker images. You pull in Docker image, do whatever you want, npm install, npm run build, then you can deploy to GitHub pages. Yeah.
Cool. Good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I digressed a lot.
No, that's all really interesting stuff. Did you sort of mentioned local support briefly? Was there something that you wanted to?
Yeah. So it's actually website one. So there was this thing that I'm supposed to work on website one, but too much in my brain. I don't know what to handle first and what not to handle.
Sure.
So I gave you the go ahead to merge that in, if it was to be merged in, just so that just so that I can write the test later on. Okay, I don't know if it was merged in.
It's on staging at the moment.
Oh, okay. So exactly. Now this is what I want to write the test for.
Sure.
Yeah. The cucumber test. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Then after.
Go on.
Then after that, I was thinking that should we have the default view to be the day's events instead of the whole month?
It's a good question. I mean, maybe the week makes
the week
more sense, particularly at the moment, since the month we were only showing the kind of next 2 weeks. Like, I'm not sure if that's also true on production. It may be, but so it makes it look like we've got like these sort of 2 weeks of things. It might be an idea to maybe remove the month view until we. I mean, the funny thing about this is it pushes us towards a kind of we should maybe be restructuring the whole events framework, better integrating with Google Calendar.
Actually, it should be able to integrate with Google Calendar. I should have a look at that as the next issue while I'm writing the test.
Yeah, I think it's good. We'd like to get everything going out being like perfect. I think it's great to have the calendar, and it's sort of just by having the different views, it shows us sort of shortcomings of the system, and in some ways we need to push it out and give people different views of the system, and then that sort of maybe helps lead us in the direction of where we fix and change things. But yeah. Okay,
so we could remove the month view and make the default to be the week view.
The week, maybe. Yeah. I mean, I guess we're sort of finishing the Scrum. We're in the post-Scrum. This is like the view that I'm getting from Google Calendar that now runs my life, basically. And I've done things like I've invited everybody to the mobs that they've been attending regularly, and so on. And yeah, I feel like there's a. I mean, it seems ironic to have a separate, to be working to maintain our own separate event system when Google Calendar has. So anyway, yeah, to be discussed. But you're not blocked by anything there, Sigu. You and I, we're going to pair next week on the Jitsi, and lots of fun.
Okay. Cool. All right, and Nico, you're interested on the Jitsi thing?
Well, yeah.
You are interested on the Jitsi.
I mean, I'm interested in using it. I don't know if I can help with what you're doing, guys.
Okay. So next week we're pairing with Sam. So I think we can have a chat maybe after that on our progress and what we'll have been able to do by then. I mean.
Yeah. Well, and Nico, if you're ever interested, I mean, you can do a ride along on some of the face-to-face sessions. Like if you want to join Sigu's face-to-face session next week, you'd be welcome to do so. It was yesterday. Mariam was expressing particular interest in the Jitsi stuff as well. She's based in Morocco, I believe. Sigu.
Not really sure. I haven't interacted with her.
No. Yeah, she's been doing quite a few pull requests on local sport and
local sport,
and website one now. She's demonstrating great confidence and doing well. So this is Nico. Did you want to quickly show us where the images of the website one content, the styling, what's it?
Yep. I mean, it's not that close.
To be honest, I'm not worried about it being.
Do you see it?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that I think this table is being responsive, and this only has a couple CSS.
Okay.
So the thing that I'm trying to do now is how to manage, for example, this the thing that we have here.
Right.
And for premium, I still have to add this here. But I don't know if I should add it or not. And also, for example, these buttons that we have here.
Yeah.
I don't know how to add them here because this is Markdown that is being converted into HTML, and I don't know if I can just add. Maybe I should try it and see what happens. If I just add this.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. I mean, another.
I have an idea.
Oh, go on, Sigu.
All right. So, Nico, if you can have a look at the base link that I sent you, the one that I sent you, and go over to placement.
Here?
Yeah, I think you have a tab open. Just the next tab.
Yeah?
Yeah, that one. If you go to placement consultancy, on the menu, right there. Yes. So can we have it in that format where you click and see information? Probably. I don't know. So if you click on the next one, like that. I don't know if that's.
I mean, that's an interesting layout. That might work quite well for us. I think the challenge that we have is that we're going for this new content model where we have the HTML for many of our pages in Markdown. So like if we go, it's like Agile Ventures, and so. Because it's going through a Markdown to HTML transition, we're sort of restricted to the styling that the the Markdown supports. So this is is this the right? No, that's not the right page. It's the pricing page. So if we look at so there's this is what it looks like on GitHub, and then we're pulling it in, and then we're styling it ourselves, and so there's. I mean, there could be an argument for certain of these pages, Nico, that we should, like if there's an HTML page in here, right, then it skips the Markdown processing and just presents the HTML page. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. So
if we're tying ourselves in knots because of the Markdown conversion,
okay,
then it's maybe. particularly for this kind of page, you know, I mean, what I'm really hoping to unleash, as it were, is the ability for everybody to get involved in making changes to the getting started, which is what I hope this will allow. The boom, 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 boom. But the pricing one, I mean, the
only problem are the ones that have tables.
Yeah. Right. I mean, the other thing, like the Odin project, they have all of their content curriculum in Markdown, but I think, did we see that they have their like about us and FAQ things? Those ones are just HTML in their Rails app, right?
Yeah, there are some that are just
hard coded.
Well, yeah.
So I mean, I think, you know, if there are, you know, those are other ways to go. Okay. That's it. Where have you? I guess if we look at the pull request that you've got at the moment, that's where we will see the styles for.
Yeah, there's not much of a styles, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing that I was.
If you want to go to the pull request, yeah.
Yeah. The main thing I was seeing there is that just the it looked like the table cells needed padding. You know what I mean? Like the where is the
here?
Why am I not? For some reason I'm not seeing it. Oh god. Dependabot, Mariam Nisevi, there it is. So you in here, we've got some general, like, yeah, so here, right? So yeah, so this is these things,
yeah,
and then because it's Markdown, these then have to be sort of global for the entire site, don't they?
Not really, because all the code that is being generated. So if I go here, I think I have a couple changes that I have to push, but it is everything under this ID.
Okay, yeah, you've got it wrapped in an ID, and then it can be only applies to that one.
For example, I have new styles here, but if you take a look, they're all inside this ID, so it won't affect everything.
Right. Yeah, no, excellent. Well, I mean, I guess that, yeah, it's I'd love to get this move forward. I'm just thinking probably the thing to do is, independently of this, like, if we make it so that the system can choose whether to do the Markdown processing or not, that gives us because you know, there's this thing at the moment, but in the future, like, we might want to do, you know, special HTML stuff. Do you know what I mean? There's always, the future holds, oh, there's that exception and this exception. But so presumably it wouldn't be too hard. Like, presumably the parsing version of this is, where's the thing where it gets the Markdown pages here? Could it quickly check, is it a Markdown page or an HTML page, and just, you know, either apply the Markdown transformation or not?
But the thing is that we only collect.
But we're only collecting the Markdown pages at the moment.
Yeah.
But there's, if we look at the repo at the moment, there's no .html pages. I mean, presumably we could adjust this slightly to grab. I mean, the get content there, content.
It is only grabbing the MD extensions.
Right, but so we could grab MD and HTML.
If you want, yep.
I mean, that would be a relatively simple change here, right? And then just a check here. And so what that means is, you know, we've got kind of an escape route if we need to do just our own specific HTML styling, right? And everything.
Yeah, but you won't be able to see the changes. Like, I mean, if you are changing the HTML in GitHub, because you will just will be making the changes on the GitHub repository until you pull those changes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
it is an option. It is an option. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's what I worry is that we end up sort of delaying the release to get it sort of just so, and there might, I think it might be, if we have that HTML override, then we could even go live with the things, and then piecemeal we can change from HTML to MD as we're happy with individual pages. You know what I mean?
Yes, I get it. Yep.
So if that's not too complicated, I'd sort of throw that in there, and then I mean, and if we use inline styles, then in GitHub you could even see, the raw version of it. Anyway.
Okay. I will try to work a little bit more here, trying to make it work with the styles.
Yeah.
And if it does, I will add it directly as an HTML page.
Yeah. But is there something particularly that you're struggling with to get happen in the styles that's not happening for you at the moment?
I mean, I need to spend time.
Okay, it's a time issue. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, I'll leave it with you. Thanks so much. Really excited about getting this in there. Cool. All right. I think that's our Scrum. I hope to see you all later on.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye for now. Thanks, Digger.
Bye. Bye. Bye.